So today we're in downtown Hillsboro, which is one of the main cities in the Tualatin Valley. Hillsboro downtown is kind of encompassed by both central Hillsboro and west Hillsboro. So we're kind of sitting in between or in the middle of both of those. As you get a little bit further out going towards Forest Grove and stuff, you get more farmlands. As you're going into town, of course, you're going to get more into Beaverton and South Hillsboro, a lot of the newer construction. This was established around 1842, and it was named after a guy named David Hill. He became a local politician, but he pretty much established the whole area, and they named it after him, called Hillsboro. Oh, and if you're into this type of content and want the latest insight, tips, and tours to help you make the best real estate decisions, be sure to hit the subscribe. And just like a lot of these other communities that we've been highlighting lately, Beaverton, Kearns District, this is, again, it's a nice little community where everybody gets along, yet it's still big enough to give you enough culture, enough choices for entertainment and for food and for just going out and having fun. Very friendly town. Back, 10, 15 years ago, you didn't see all these three-story newer buildings that you see now and all the commercial that you're getting. So much new development, new businesses have been happening here. They're trying to revitalize it. I mean, if you're trying to get away from the hubbub, they've got some great little things going on down here. You have the buses, you have a lot of public transit, but you also have the MAX. So the MAX is going to make fewer stops than the buses do. So you can get from downtown Hillsboro into Beaverton probably within 10, 12 minutes, depending on the stops that they make, but they don't stop as often as the buses. So transportation, again, this line here can take you all the way down to the airport or all the way into Gresham. Along with most of our other towns here in Oregon, is very bike friendly. They've got a lot of bike trails. Farmers Market, there's a couple golf courses close by to here. You've got Chute Park. Again, we're sitting here in front of the courthouse, and from their park, spent many a time in there, jury duty only, that's it. This is a community that is built on community, and they're here to support each other. A lot of people work for Intel. A lot of people work for the support companies that support Intel. And if you're wanting to start a business, this is a great place to start a business too, because there's so much opportunity. Being that they're trying to revitalize Hillsboro, being that you see all these new businesses coming in, if you want to start something, this is probably the better place to try it out before you expand. It's not as far out as you think. The traffic isn't as bad to get into town as you may think. It's a great little town that has just, I've seen it changing over the years, and there's just so much growth to it. Make it a place that people want to come to, and people do. It's attracting quite a few people. Hillsboro is, and that's why you see successful businesses that are opening up too. I don't think I've seen many of these new businesses. Normally a restaurant's going to fail within the first 2 years or so. I don't believe I've seen but one or two in the last 8 to 10 years that have closed down due to business. Just from walking from my car to here, I see 3 new developments that I hadn't seen from 4 months ago. There's just too much to keep up with. Every time I come down here, it seems like there's some new construction. So in regards to real estate, I would say that Hillsboro is a good opportunity right now to invest in, because it is a little bit less expensive than some of the places closer into town. So it's to me, perfect for that first-time home buyer. There's quite a few rentals through here, but I would say it makes more sense here to purchase, a condo. Even getting a little bit further into West Hillsboro, it makes more sense to purchase a condo versus paying rent because of the affordability of the homes. I mean, when you're paying $2,500 a month in rent, you could pay less than that by purchasing a condo that's still just as close to wherever it is that you want to be. But you're starting to build your equity, you're starting to build your portfolio down here. In fact, it's so affordable down here that you could probably buy your first place and then rent it out and buy your second place that's closer to wherever it is that you want to be. Again, you still have the convenience of getting into town pretty fast, but you're probably going to find homes anywhere from $50,000 to $150,000 less for the same home that you may find in Beaverton, and definitely even much more as you get closer to downtown Portland. Washington County, of course, has the lower taxes, which is good versus Multnomah, but for affordability, if you've got a budget, so let's say of $400,000 to purchase a home or a townhome or a condo, I mean, definitely Hillsboro can be a choice for you. If you're here to build some equity, to get your first home and move up from there, this is the perfect town to do it in. Hillsboro is a beautiful little city, and again, it's more affordable than you'll find in Beaverton and as you get closer into downtown Portland. But that's pretty much the entire makeup of Hillsboro is there's a lot of modern, yet a lot of old. You're going to find some historic buildings down here in Hillsboro, built in the 1800s, along with a lot of the new construction that's going on. So coming from Hawaii, that's all you had all over the place was food carts. In fact, they used to call them roach coaches. When I moved back up to Portland area here, you never seen them. Then around 2000, they started to become real popular. And again, here at the station in Hillsboro, this is one of the areas where I see the most variety of food carts, and it's nice to see them coming around because they usually have some great food in these places. And again, the variety that you'll get at a food court like this is beyond limits. One of my favorite bakeries is down here too. It's called Decadent Creations. They make this date nut bread that's just delicious. It's to die for. They're just right up here on 3rd Avenue. So being in Hillsboro, you probably have just as easy access to what we call a wine country. Now, Hillsboro, Tualatin Valley, Hillsboro, Beaverton, it's all part of the Silicon Forest, again, because of all the high-tech industry that's out here and all the job opportunities out here. But you're still just as close to, if not a little bit closer to, Newburgh and Sherwood, where you're going to see a lot of the wineries. Now, you're going to see those scattered all over the place. There's a few of them here in Hillsboro, too. I can say there's probably at least 17 to 50 different wineries just here in the Tualatin Valley that make some really good wine. In fact, a lot of them are even advancing beyond what we used to get from Northern California. It's funny, that people finally thought, oh, hey, instead of, corn and grain, let's do grapes and let's start making some wine. Unless there was something that was unique that you wanted to get to, you don't have to leave the downtown or the local Hillsboro area. And most people don't, because again, they like this more of a small town local feel versus, fighting the crowds. Even when you get into Beaverton, sometimes you're fighting the crowds to some degree. Here, it's not that bad. Here, people just tend to stay local, support local, and love the community that they're in. This is a great area for either people starting a family, people who have an established family, retirees. It's affordable, so it's a great little neighborhood to be in. And I highly suggest, if you're looking to move into Oregon and you don't want all the big downtown hubbub, Hillsboro is definitely a choice that you can make. Come and visit it before you say no to it. Again, I think it's going to be very comfortable for most people. Wide variety of people through here, so. Come on through, please. Yes, only if you answer this question. What's your favorite restaurant in Hillsboro?
This is Amelia's.
Amelia's. That's two people now who've said that. Thanks.